I was in my Ayurvedic training this weekend, and that was really exciting. We're talking all about Dharma. So, like living your Dharma, what you're supposed to be doing in your life, like living on the path that you feel best living on, right? And I love the concept that Dharma, your Dharmic path can change. So my idea of Dharma is like, oh, you've got to like live your Dharma, and it's just like one path for the rest of your life. But in fact, it can change. And as you like navigate life, there's big decisions that we make, feelings that we feel, and it's all about listening to our intuition and kind of making those hard decisions at times, or making easy decisions if it's an easy one. So I definitely related to that with kind of my transition from corporate into teaching yoga, and how I just kind of went against the grain and took a total leap of faith and had no idea what the next side of things were going to look like for me. But I just kind of trusted that it would happen, like things would just work out, right? That I had faith in myself that I'm not someone that will let myself fail. So no matter what, I feel like the path will just present itself. And so here I am 5 years later with you guys, and some of you I've known for a long time, since Thrivability, right? In San Francisco. So you guys, Ning and Shauna, have been practicing with me since 2017, I'd say. So I'm just full of gratitude for this path, for you guys, for the strength that I have to make hard decisions. And not to say that hard decisions are over, because I'm feeling like there's a shift in my personal journey. I'm not sure what is next, but I know that I'll be teaching forever. But who knows how that will transform over time, right? As I'm learning more biomechanics and more Ayurveda, and just kind of learning more about internal healing and my journey as a celiac, and I love how Ayurveda translates so well from like, the philosophical, the like psycho-spiritual stuff, and to the actual physical realm, like the body and the organs and how all these things work. And so it's interesting, this weekend we learned about like the path of Dharma, but also as it relates to the path of dis-ease in our body. So each step of Dharma kind of relates to each step of the process of our body presenting kind of dis-ease. And Ayurveda is all about gut health, healing from the gut. And then like once the gut, maybe like through our life, right? We have things we do, ways we eat, habits, things like that. And maybe not the most nurturing things to our body we do done. And so it will penetrate our gut in a way that the dis-ease will penetrate, starting from digestion to circulatory, and then to organs and tissues and things like that. So it's really interesting to learn, I don't know, this internal healing aspect of it, both physically, but also the psycho-spiritual aspect of like, if we don't follow that intuition and that gut feeling, right, for the path that we are choosing, like how we can we're putting up a roadblock to our own kind of healing and living in a meaningful way, right? And so it's so easy for us to, be influenced by others and others' opinions, and especially like parents. For me, my father was like, you can't just go to India and quit you can't just do that, but it was like, yeah, I can. And I did. And it's so awesome to be on the other side of it now, and him being like, oh, you did do that and you're fine, you're doing great. It's like, yeah. So just having that faith in ourselves, right? That like all will work out, and hard decisions have to be made, but it's like we have to go through the hard stuff to know that the good stuff is also on the other side of that hard stuff. So yeah, just a little share there this morning. I feel like I'm all over the place, but that's how I am. All right, my friends. So anything special that you want to do today? Nothing special?
Balance. Nope.
Balance? Okay, we can do that. Any special balancing postures you want to do, Shauna? Anything in specific?
Eagle's my least favorite, that's all. But if you want to do Eagle.
Okay. You know, it's so funny. I love it when I ask for requests because it always aligns with what I have in my plan, right? So I literally have eagle pose in here and like preparation to get into eagles. So it's just like, yeah, of course. So yeah, okay, we can do that. Okay, thank you for that. All right, I'm going to keep you guys muted during class and we'll start in a seated position. All right, so let's get going. I'll meet you on the mat and we're recording, so we're good there. Okay. All right. Oh, stepped on a box. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall, I'm going to sit on my blanket here. Oh, let me turn my light on. There we go. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall. Have your blocks towards the front of the mat so we can use them for later. Sit cross-legged or however feels best for you to find a nice tall spine. And then if it feels nice, go ahead and close those eyes. And try to imagine that your chin is parallel to the floor, but pull that chin towards your throat slightly so the ears align over your shoulders. And then you can intentionally lengthen through the back of the body, through the back of the neck. So there's almost a slight dip down of the chin and then a pull back so that we really lengthen through the neck. Shoulders are pulling down, but relaxed at the same time. So intentional, but with ease. And then we'll focus just on ourselves. So start to narrow your awareness. Just let your awareness kind of come in into the body, into the mind. Notice what it's like to shut the eyes if it's hard. And just pause in this moment of kind of silence with yourself. And just ask yourself, how am I feeling today? Noticing the quality of your breath. Start to soften around the face and the jaw. And let deeper breaths start entering the body. And deeper exhales exiting the body. Noticing what it feels like to take deeper breaths. So each circulating around, try to take in a little more air. And enjoy the first bit of the exhale as we do, but engage the core. Get a little emptier with the breath. And start to notice the space of transition with your breath, with the quality of your breath. Notice that space between the in and the out. And maybe even try to pause for like a second or 2 seconds between that inhale and the exhale and see how controlled you can be. I find that when I empty out completely with the exhale and then pause for a moment, it's almost like the body wants to gasp the air in. So can you control being really soft with that next inhale and controlled? Feeling the collarbones and the shoulders gently rising and falling just with this breath. Soften your eyelids. And just start that breath to be, or let that breath become deeper and deeper. You feel the breath fills down into the low lungs, the belly, and let the breath rise. And you feel that natural sinking sensation, almost like water falling down a waterfall. Sinking into the base of your hips, softening there though, engaging the core. We'll just do a few more rounds of breath. Noticing that space of transition. And you can also kind of relate it to that space of transition in life, right? When we make decisions, right? Before we actually initiate that decision making, We can maybe pause for a moment before we react in moments throughout our days, maybe finding that moment of transition, right, between listening and reacting, listening and responding. How can we then respond in a really soft and gentle way when we feel like maybe doing the opposite? Just something to think about and to be aware of as we move around through our days, our interactions with others, and even interactions with ourselves. The decisions that we make for ourselves, like, I'm going to put my shoes on now and go outside. How can we be a little bit more gentle with those kind of almost unconscious movements that we do in our day? How can we bring these unconscious awareness present into our conscious mind? And we have so many patterns and habits and things that we do without really thinking about it in our days. So can we become aware of these unconscious habits and become so aware of them, being conscious of them, that we observe, are these the most nourishing things for us? Is this really what my gut is telling me that I want to do for myself? Or am I just doing this because it's a habit and I'm used to it? The good things, the maybe not so good things. There's no judgment on it, right? It's about learning kind of like about ourselves, the patterns, the habits, and observing kind of what are nourishing, what are meaningful, and what aren't, and what could we let go of. Not necessarily finding excuses for these habits and patterns, but recognizing and facing them straight on. I can make a choice now. I can make a decision and react in a different way, or not, right? Action and inaction. Action is powerful, and so is inaction. Sometimes we're so used to responding or reacting or doing something, but what if we didn't? What if we changed our mind and made a different choice? And let's meet our palms together in front of our hearts here, and drop your head down gently towards the heart. And just take a moment to set an intention for yourself, for our Monday morning, for our yoga practice in the next 55-ish minutes that we'll spend together. What is resonating most with you right now? Maybe it's something, in relation to things I've shared this morning. You need something totally different, and it can just be a word or a phrase, an I am affirmation. And start letting a little smile come upon your face, feeling it really from the inside of the mouth, travel to the outside of the mouth, onto the face. Let your deep breath still flow here. Really embody this intention, this affirmation. Smiling a little bit bigger, take one more full breath in as you think about this. And exhale, release your hands, bring your chin to your chest, heavy head, heavy shoulders, and arms are now next to your hips, hands by hips. Flip your palms out and inhale the arms up and look up. Reaching nice and tall, look up. As you exhale, open those arms wide, reaching out through the fingers, hug the core in, bring your chin to your chest. And nice and slow, inhale, full breath, lifting, opening, feeling the ribs expanding, looking up, exhale, arms out wide, squeeze your core in, chin right down to that chest. You feel the shoulders pull down. Inhale again, looking up, opening up, reaching up. Exhale, reach out and all the way down. Good, and then lift your arms out to a T, look forward. Bring your arms forward, right arm underneath your left. I'm gonna mirror you. Wrap those arms around, eagle arms, here we are, hey. All right, lift those elbows, pull the shoulders down your back. Feel the chin kind of drop a little, but pull the head back a little bit. So just like we did before in our seated position. And just notice what is happening now. Close your eyes if that feels nice. Take a full breath in. Softening as you exhale. But feeling that engagement in your core, engorgement, your core engagement. Another full breath right into the back body. Softening something, the jaw, the eyes. Full deep breath. Let's do one more here. Lifting the elbows in line with your shoulders. The forearms move away from the face. Good. And then unravel the arms. Nice and slow, intentional, so you observe what you're feeling. Open wide, palms face forward, but squeeze your shoulder blades together behind you. So you're squeezing those arms back, back, back. And then bring the arms forward now, your left arm underneath the right. Cross high above your elbows, and that will help you cross the forearms and trying to meet your palms or your fingers on that left or right palm. Take a big breath in, lift the elbows. Good, relax the shoulders as you exhale. Feel that chin be parallel to the floor and the head, pressing back. We're gonna move a little bit differently on the side. So take a breath in. As you exhale, drop your chin and bring your elbows towards your belly. You're rounding in, and then inhale, lift the elbows and lift your gaze, lift your elbows a little higher, look up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, bring your chin down, elbows to belly. Squeeze that core in, really get empty here, leaning in. And then inhale, coming up again, lift the elbows, look up. Full exhale, round, last one. Try to pull the shoulders down the back also, even as you're rounding. And then inhale, come to a straight spine. Unravel the arms, open wide. Squeeze the shoulder blades together behind you. We're gonna do it again. Bring your arms forward, right arm underneath the left, wrap around. Big breath, lift the elbows. Exhale, just your chin drop. Just through the neck and the head, swoop your right ear to your right shoulder. Good, take a breath. Soften the jaw and bring your chin back to your chest, and then bring your left ear over to your left shoulder and take a breath. And exhale, soften the shoulders and swoop your chin back down. Inhale, just lift your chin, take a breath in, lift your elbows, look up. Exhale, elbows to belly, chin to chest. Inhale, come up, straight spine. Exhale, unravel the arms, open wide. Squeeze those shoulder blades together behind you, and then bring the arms forward, left arm under the right again, wrap around. Big breath, lift the elbows, look up, lift the elbows, look up, arching the back. Exhale, elbows to belly, chin to chest. Beautiful. Inhale, come up. We'll do it 2 more times. Lift and lengthen, open up. Exhale, squeeze the shoulders down, squeeze the core in, round it in. 1 more time, stack the spine and then arch. Lean your head back, lean the upper back back, and round it in. Beautiful. And then inhale, come up, straight spine, unravel the arms, open wide, reach them up, interlace your fingers, flip the palms up, take a breath in. Lean over to your left, and then press your palms forward so you're kind of reaching forward. Swoop towards the center and then over towards the right. And then come all the way up, so you're leaning over to the right and come up to center, beautiful. And then over towards the left again, pressing the palms forward, squeeze your belly in here, controlling this. Over to the right side and up again. Good, and then exhale over to the left, squeeze the belly. So just 3 rounds on either side here, opening up into the chest, the ribs, the back, the spine, and then go in the other direction. Move to the left. Press the palms forward, chin to your chest, squeeze the belly, move to the right, or sorry, your left, and then come up again. And then over to the right, hug the belly and swoop it. So we're doing big circles here, over to the left and up again, lean back slightly. And then 1 more time, big circle. Coming all the way over to the left and up. Release those arms all the way down. Keep your left hand there, inhale your right arm up and side bend. Bend that left elbow, push into the hand and reach that right arm over. Take a breath in, look up. Exhale, engage the belly, reach to the left, like someone's pulling that arm over. Another inhale, right into that right side, exhale. 1 more full breath, really breathe deeply. Get empty, empty, empty. Keep your core tight, come all the way up, both arms. Drop that right arm down, slide it out, push into it, bend the elbow, and reach the left arm over. 3 breaths. Move with the breath. Exhale, we reach, maybe we go slightly deeper. And then as we inhale, we can come up out of it slightly, just like halfway. Reach to the elbow, exhale. Good. Relax that left knee, 1 more breath. Full, complete exhale. Keep the core tight, inhale, both arms up. Knees tall, twist to the right, drop the arms down. Inhale the heart up. Exhale, twist back, looking back. Try to soften the shoulders, pulling them down. Another breath. Soften the jaw and the face. Remind yourself of your intention. One more breath. And then we'll inhale the arms up, face forward. Twist first to the left, bend the arms, meet, down. Lift the chest, inhale. Exhale, gaze back, looking back, twisting the vertebrae. Another full breath. Full exhale. Soften the shoulders down, crease space around the neck, looking over towards the left. Last one. And inhale the arms up nice and tall. Reach up, meet your palms, bring them to your heart, close your eyes, think of your intention, take a full breath, smiling. Exhale, release your hands. All right, come off of what you're sitting on, but stay on your feet. So move that blanket or whatever is there out of the way. Bring your blocks to the front of the mat if you're not already. Hold behind your thighs. We're gonna rock up and down the back body. So just a few times up and down. Rock to the right and to the left. Right, notice how that upper back is feeling. So try to rock all the way towards that upper back. Let your feet fly back there. So right where we were just opening and with our eagle arms, right? Feel between the shoulders, maybe upper shoulders almost touching. All right, one more, and then we're gonna pause in boat pose, Navasana. So let your ankles hover or lift them up one at a time, roll the shoulders back, reach your arms forward, palms up. Lift the chest, inhale, and then squeeze the front core towards the back of your core. Belly to navel, or belly to navel. Navel to low back here. Squeeze those knees together. Take another breath. Full exhale. Last two here. Lift them chest, broaden the shoulders. Squeeze that front belly in. One more breath. And then rock down, bending those knees, roll back, hug the knees into your chest, rock side to side. Good. Drop the feet down to the ground. Feet are hip distance, toes point forward. Push into your feet, bridge pose. Tuck your shoulders underneath you. Open up the front of the hips by squeezing the glutes. And even imagine like your tail could lengthen to your knees here. You can interlace your hands under your back if that feels good, or hold the edges of your mat. Look towards your belly so your neck gets longer. Steady the breath for 3 here. Opening up into the front of our rib cage, into the front of the belly, and into the hips, the front of our hips. Maybe building a little heat in the thighs. Firm your glutes more. One more full breath. Really press and lift and open. And then releasing your hands, lift your heels, roll the upper back down to the middle back and the lower back, and then the hips and the tail. Arms out to a cactus T. So bend at your elbows, palms up, feet as wide as your yoga mat, and rock your knees side to side. So you got a little opening into the front of the hips again and into the thighs. Maybe even your side back body, low back as well. Get a couple more. And then we'll keep those knees upright, walk the feet back towards each other. Bring your right knee in, hold on to it, squeeze it. Left leg goes long, drop that foot to the floor. Squeeze this right knee in, circle that right ankle, take a big breath here. And a big exhale. And another one. And exhale it out. We're gonna twist. So left hand takes that right knee to the left, rolling you on your hip. Right arm reaches out, full inhale. Opening up into the ribs and the spine. Squeeze the belly, and as you exhale, feel that right shoulder push down. Good, one more time, big breath, open up, let that shoulder lift. And exhale. Switching sides, roll on the back. Bring your left knee in, right leg goes long, drop it to the ground, tuck the shoulders under you, squeeze the left knee in. Deep breath into the belly, let it rise. Exhale, push the belly down. Getting all that air out, compressing your organs, another breath. Right leg is strong here, push it forward so you feel your inner thighs stretch a little. One more breath. Try to broaden your chest again, shoulders pushing down. Good, and then we twist. Right hand grabs that left leg, pulling you to the right. Rolling you there. Left arm opens out to a T, big belly breath. And exhale, left shoulder down, belly squeezes in like you're a towel wringing yourself out. Good, one more full breath. Softening the face. And then we'll roll on our back again. Bring both of your knees into your chest. Squeeze them in, squeeze. Nose up to your knees too. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then drop your head and shoulders down. Lift those legs upright. Tuck your shoulders under you and arms are by your side. Or bring your palms facing down underneath your lower back, underneath the glutes kind of, so like a little shelf. Reach to the heels, take a big breath in. Exhale the right leg down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hover the foot, maybe tap the heel so you know how close you are. Lift it 1 inch above, reach out through both heels, take a breath. Firm the abdomen as you exhale. Inhale, right leg lifts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Inhale. Exhale, left leg for 5, 4. Keep the leg straight. 2, 1. Tap the heel. Hover it. 1 round of breath in and out. Firm the belly. Push it down to the low back. Feel the low back root down. And then inhale, lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Big round of breath in and out. Glue your legs together. Inhale here. Exhale both legs down for 5. Firm the core. 4. Nice and slow. 3. Press the navel down. 2, 1, 1.5, and 0. Tap your heels. Lift them. Hover. 1 breath. Firm the belly. Slowly lift. 5, 4, 3, 3.5, 2, 2.5, 1, 1.5, and bend the knees, hug it out, rock side to side. Beautiful work. Open the knees out so you're like a half straddle, separating, opening. Beautiful. Okay, now drop your feet to the floor. Feet are together, knees are touching. Cross your right leg up and over that left thigh. So right thigh over the left thigh. So you're sitting at your desk, just crossing your legs. Okay. Now lift your feet up, grab for your knees and pull them in. Grab for your feet. So let your hands slide down your legs and then just gently pull those feet towards you. Pulling the knees closer, tuck your shoulders underneath you. Big stretch for our outer hips here. And yes, we're prepping for our eagle pose. Right, so our legs are tight here, squeezing. We're pulling those ankles. It's like a reverse cow face pose, legs, right? Take a big breath, or not reverse, but reclined. Good, and then release that, drop that left foot. Uncross the right, let's switch sides. Left thigh crosses over right thigh. We lift the knees, we grab for the knees, we slide the hands down towards the feet. We don't have to open the feet out to the side really at all yet because we're still opening up the body. We're still just warming up here. So let that right ankle maybe even stay close towards that left glute if it's kind of touching. Mine is, right? And that right hand is on the left foot pulling in. Woo, big breath. Soften the face with the exhale. Do 2 more here. Chest is broad, shoulders are pushing down to the ground. Good, and then release. Drop that right foot, release that left foot, open the knees nice and wide, dropping them open and bottoms of the feet touch. Now hands are right by the creases of your hips and push forward on those upper thighs, right by the creases of your hips. And you could even wiggle your pelvis a little side to side, just create space. Take a breath. And then lift the knees. Bring them back into your chest. Hold behind the thighs and let's rock up and down. All the way up and down. Do it a few more times. Notice how it feels. Maybe a little different now. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it feels exactly the same. No, I don't know. Right? Just noticing. And then we're going to come all the way to tabletop. So however you want to get there. You just come to a seat, move your feet out to the side, or come cross-legged over those knees and then scoot yourself back, walk back. Tabletop position. Curl your toes. Knees are separated hip distance and push into your hands so heels push down. Move a little left, move a little right. You could do a little tiny bouncing, stretching the bottoms of the feet here. And start to relax your head also. So your head and neck is nice and long and heavy. Take a few rounds of breath. Really start letting your hands slide forward so your arms get a little stretch through the armpits. And you could even sway side to side a bit. Just opening up into that mid region of the body, our thoracic region. Another breath. All right, come on up, hug the belly in, untuck the toes, tap them on the floor. Tabletop. Okay, inhale that right arm up, big breath. Open it up, reach tall. As you exhale, thread it between the left wrist and knee. Don't quite land, reach to the left, get low, so you're hovering above the ground, and then press and lift back up. Open twist. Exhale, swoop it through, squeeze your belly, get low, bending that left elbow, and then inhale, push and lift up again. Exhale, thread it through, hug the belly and drop the shoulder this time. Drop your head down and push into that left hand to open into this twist. Big breath into the shoulder. Squeeze the navel to spine, exhale. Notice what you feel in the back. Really be active with that right arm pushing into the floor. Another breath. Okay, coming out of it, pushing to the left hand, right arm up. Exhale, right arm down. Inhale, left arm up, big breath. Exhale, thread it through, really. Don't quite land, reach to the right. Inhale, come back up, push out of that right, open twist. Exhale, thread it through, squeeze the belly in, get low, get low, get low. Inhale, come back up, big breath in. Exhale, thread it through. Landing now on the shoulder. Hips are over the knees. Push into that right hand. Open up the chest to the right. Push out of that left arm. That left arm is rooting down. Gazing maybe slightly up if that's okay for your neck to feel that rotation as you start twisting the upper body. Deeper breath. Do two more. Excellent. One more full breath. All right, come on out of it. Push into that right hand, left arm comes on up. Exhale, drop it down, tabletop position. Okay, spread those fingers wide. Index fingers point forward. Here we go, drop the belly, cow. Look up, pulling that chest forward. Round the spine, cat pose. Squeeze the glutes, drop your head down. Inhale, cow pose. Let the elbows bend slightly, pulling the shoulders on your back, chest broadens. Exhale, firm the glutes, push into the knees and your hands, drop your head, squeeze the belly up, and a couple more. Close your eyes, internalize your awareness, think of your intention if that helps to keep your mind present, or listen for the sound of your breath. Excellent. Curling your toes, drop down into cow pose, looking up. Exhale, push into the feet and hands, lift the knees, downward facing dog. Chest pressing to thighs, step your feet back about a footprint so you increase the distance between hands and feet. Walk it out, pedaling out those legs, soften the head. Bend the left knee or the right knee deeply as the other knee bends, and then switch it on up. Maybe look to the right and look to the left. And let your hips even tilt a little bit here, a little side to side. You could look to the left as your hips kind of drop over towards the right. And then look to the right as your hips drop a little to the left. Good, getting some side body action. Open your feet as wide as your yoga mat. Walk your hands to your feet and relax your head and fold forward here in a little wider stance. Bounce a little bit up and down, nodding your head yes and no. Good, shake your head, shake your torso now. Sway a little side to side. And then open those toes out, bring your heels in and sink your hips down for a low yogi squat. Opening up, lift your chest, elbows on the inner knees. Take a full breath here. Exhale, the left arm drops down, or left hand drops in front of the toes. Okay, so extend that arm. Inhale the right arm up and open to twist you here. Pushing the inner right or left knee against that outer left elbow. Push the elbow into the knee and lift your chest out of the hips a bit. Hug the belly and look back, twisting. and then come out of it. Let's switch. So right arm extends in front of the toes. Inhale, left arm comes up and open. Inhale, lift the chest out of the hips. Hug the belly and pull the right ribs to left ribs to twist you here. Another breath. And come out of it. Left elbow comes down. Malasana, low squat. Lift that chest. Inhale. Exhale, hands down, hips up, fold forward, and walk those feet back towards each other. Inhale, half forward fold, lift and lengthen the chest. Exhale, fold forward, relax your head. Roll to standing, take your time. Around the spine, shoulders roll back, arms circle to the sun, squeeze the glutes back, bend. Open wide, fold forward, diving down, bending the knees softly, relax the head. Inhale, half forward fold, extend that chest forward, shoulders on the back. Great, exhale, fold forward, walk your hands forward, back to your downward facing dog, spread the fingers, push into the hands, long side body, strong core, tilt the tailbone up higher, take a breath. Open the mouth, exhale. Lift your right leg up, bend that knee, open up that hip, stacking that right hip on top of the left. You open up the belly towards the right side of the room. Now straighten your leg as you point your toes and exhale, bring the knee to your nose. Rounding your spine, push out of that left foot, shoulders are over your wrists, right leg goes back, three-legged dog. Straight leg, exhale, knee to your right elbow, squeeze your core in. Inhale, right leg up again, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step that foot forward between your hands. Meet your left foot there too. Step that left foot. Inhale, half forward fold, pull the chest forward. Exhale, fold, relax your head. Reverse swan dive to stand, extend your arms out, lift your chest and back, come all the way up. Hands to our heart, exhale. Intention in your mind, take a breath. Release your hands, exhale. Arms up, big breath in, back bending. Chair pose with your exhale, bend your knees, sink your hips. Relax the shoulders down, take a breath. Half chair as you exhale. Hands by your hips, back is parallel to the ceiling. Inhale, back to chair pose. Keep your hips low. Exhale, half chair. Weight stays in the heels here, pull the chest forward. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, half chair. Inhale to stand all the way up. Back bending here, squeeze those glutes, reach back. Open wide with the arms, fold forward, dive down. Forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold, lift your chest. Exhale, step the right leg back, left leg back, plank pose. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, chaturanga for 3, 2, 1. Inhaling to cobra. Hug the belly in, squeeze your glutes nice and tight. Exhale, lower and come on back to the knees and back to downward facing dog. Full breath. Open mouth, exhale. Bring the toes together. Lift the left leg up. Bend that left knee. Open up the hip to the left. Or open up the belly to the left. So your left hip stacks on that right hip. Drop the shoulders down, left shoulder parallel to the floor, getting there. Okay, and then we'll inhale to straighten that left leg. Exhale, knee to your nose. Squeeze your belly in, bring your nose to your knee. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Squeeze your core in, left side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. So cross the body, squeeze the belly. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step that left foot forward between your hands. Right foot meets that left foot. Inhale, half forward fold, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward, relax the head. Reverse swan dive, come to stand. Back bending. Hands to our heart, exhale. Intention in your mind, take a breath. Release your hands, exhaling. Inhale, circle them up. Back bending. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, fold, relax your head. Bend your knees. Chair pose this way. Bring your arms out and all the way up. Palms face each other. Take a breath. Half chair, exhale. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, half chair. Chest pulls forward. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, half chair. Beautiful. Come all the way up, standing, back bending. Open wide, swan dive down, forward fold, all the way. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, step the left leg back, right leg back, plank pose. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. For 3, legs are tight, core is tight, 2, 1. Inhale, cobra. Hands track back, glutes are so tight. Exhale, back to our downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Open the mouth, exhale. Step that right foot between your hands. Drop the left knee down. Inhale, circle the arms all the way up. Good, full breath in. Hands to our heart as we exhale. All right, bring that right hand to the outer thigh. Bring that left elbow to the outer right knee. Meet your palms again. Push into that left elbow, lift your right elbow, and start twisting your torso to the right. Good. Left toes are tucked behind you. Yeah. Could you lift the knee now? Lift that left knee. Woo! Great, Shauna. Big breath with the chest. Hug the belly in. Twisting. Can you stay here, but open your arms out to a T? Good. Take another breath. Squeeze the belly in. Stay here, but can you just lift your torso up, keeping your arms into a T, still twisting to the right? Yeah, girl, big breath in. Drop your right hand back behind you, lift the left arm up, hip flexor stretch. Big breath up that left side. Exhale, cartwheel your arms down. Landing down, float that right leg back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, downward dog. Beautiful work. Take a breath in. Sigh it out. Left foot steps forward, right knee drops down. Keep your right toes tucked. Inhale, and the arms circle up, low lunge. Exhale, sink here. Take another breath, lengthen. Hands to heart. Exhale, soften the shoulders. Find your breath. Left hand to the outer left thigh, right elbow, outer left knee. We meet the elbow, we meet our palms, we press in, lifting that left elbow, facing to the left now. Big breath. Squeeze the belly in, twisting. Now can you push into that right foot, lifting that right knee up. Firm the core. Staying where you are, open your arms to a T. Squeeze the navel in. Staying where you are, lift just your torso, still twisting to the left, arms to a T, big breath. Left hand drops back, right arm lifting up to the sun. 1 breath, up the right. Exhale, cartwheel it down. Floating that left leg back to 3-legged dog. Woo! Exhale, downward dog. Take a big breath in. Lion's breath, stick your tongue out. Another inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Bend both knees, look forward at your hands. Exhale, walk, step, or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, half forward fold, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward, relax your head. Swan dive or reverse swan dive to standing. All the way up to our back bend. Exhale, hands to our heart center. Take a breath. Mountain pose, hands by our side. Steady the breath. Maybe close the eyes. Setting your gaze internally. Ask yourself, what is happening now? How am I feeling now? Tune into the beating of your heart, pumping fresh blood and oxygen through your body. Have gratitude for this amazing body that you occupy. Have gratitude for the entire journey that has brought you right to this moment in time. What can you soften? Can you steady the breath? Maybe Ujjayi breath guiding you as you hear the sound of your breath inside of the skull. And 1 more full breath. It's like a standing Shavasana. All right, eyes can open if they haven't already. Good. All right, let's come into, you guessed it, eagle pose. Here we go. All right, so we can use a block if you want to, okay? And I'll face you as we do this, and I'm gonna mirror you also, okay? So first, we're gonna bring our weight to our left leg. Okay, lighten the weight on that right, and your block's going to be on the outside of the left leg if you want it there. Okay, bringing our weight onto that left leg, we're going to lift the right leg up, cross it over that left thigh. So bend that left knee a little bit so you can get really high up that thigh, and then maybe your toes land on the block. Maybe you go on a lower height of the block, and you squeeze your thigh, squeeze it right here. Maybe that right foot wraps around the back of that left calf, and our arms open out to a T. Right arm underneath the left arm, wrapping high above the elbows. We lift the elbows and we press the forearms away from the face. Now the hips love to tilt over towards the left here, so try to pull that right hip back. Take a big breath in, bend that left knee and sink your hips down a little bit. Bring your weight into that left heel. Lift their chest, inhale. Squeeze the belly in, exhale. Sink lower, inhale. As you exhale, hug the belly in, elbows start to maybe lower down, elbows towards the knees even. 3 more breaths. You've got it, Shauna. Hug that belly in. 2 more. Steady the gaze internally and externally. Last one. Slow motion. Come on up, unravel. You got it. Keep that right leg floating. Extend that leg. Slowly drop it down, hands to our heart center. Beautiful work. Take a full breath in. Release your hands as you exhale, mountain pose, standing Shavasana for a moment. Close the eyes. And just notice what you feel. Notice the difference in your legs. Maybe one feels warmer than the other. One feels cooler than the other. You feel a little imbalanced, like heavier on one foot than the other. Slow the breath down, 1 more. Eyes open. Okay, let's switch sides with that block. Beautiful work, guys. Friends, yoginis. I wish I had a hair elastic. I am sweating. Okay, hands to hips. Bend the knees. Okay, we're going to bring our weight to that right leg. We're going to lighten the weight on the left, lift it up nice and high. Cross it over that right thigh. And you got to bend that right knee to get it high. Squeeze those thighs together. Your right foot can land on the block and push into that block. Push into that block. Open the arms out. Big breath. Exhale, left arm under right arm, cross high above the elbows, wrap around, lift the elbows. Pull the shoulders down the back, take a breath. Squeeze the belly in, bring your weight into that right heel and sink your hips down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, sink the hips back. Strong exhales, inhale. Maybe elbows start coming down a little bit. Exhale, inhale again. Exhale, elbows to the knees a little closer, pulling that left hip back now. 3 more breaths. Think of your intention. Stay steady with the breath. 1 more here, nice and slow. You've got it, Shauna. Keep the core engagement, slowly lift, unravel the arms, unravel the leg, keep it floating. Lift and lengthen, reach those arms up, hands to our heart, drop that left foot to the right foot, hands down, take a breath. And exhale. Smiling at your beautiful self, close those eyes, think of your intention. Firm the legs and the glutes. 1 more full breath. Sighing it out. Beautiful work. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. All right, move that block to the side of the mat. Let's flow it out here. Stand at the front. Scoop the arms up, big breath. Firm the glutes, back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Dive on down. Relax the head, even the weight on your feet. Inhale, half forward fold, pull the chest forward. Exhale, step back to plank pose. Inhale, push forward. Exhale, chaturanga for 3. Chest is forward. 2, hug the belly up. 1, to the belly. Inhale, cobra pose from the glutes. Push those feet down, look up. Exhale, lower to the belly. Stay here. Hands by our side, locust pose. Exhale, everything out. And inhale, lift the head, the shoulders, the arms, and the legs. Deep breath in. Exhale. Staying in the posture. Inhale, use the back body muscles. All of the muscles on the back of your body are engaging to help you lift up off of the ground. So observe that. Feel muscles in your shoulders and your lower back and your glutes and your legs, even your toes. One more breath. And release it down all the way. Take a breath in. Sigh it out. Hands under shoulders to child's pose. Roll over the knees, big toes touch. Your knees can be a little closer if you want to, so you can slide your hands by your feet and rest your forehead down and your shoulders to relax. Close your eyes here. Try to slow the breath down. And just one breath at a time. And one more breath. Engage your core. Roll all the way up to a seat. Sitting on those heels. Bring your knees together. Lift up and bring your heels together and then sit back down onto those heels. They'll separate a little bit, but they should feel like right at the base of your hips. Hands on your thighs. Kapalabhati breathing. Skull shining breath, right? Halfway inhale, quick exhale. And we squeeze that belly in, right? So it's really great for aiding in digestion, helping to massage our organs here. So we'll do a clearing round of breath in. We breathe in fully and we breathe out fully. Then we'll breathe in halfway and then we'll focus on the exhale. Just push the exhale out. The inhale will happen automatically. All right, you ready? So shoulders back, tall spine. Take a clearing round of breath first with me. Big inhale. Open the mouth, exhale. Inhale halfway and begin. Five, four, three, two, one. Empty out. Big clearing breath in. Open the mouth, exhale. And then let your breath be natural. And just notice. Notice the effects of the breathing practice. The eyes can open. Okay, come off of your seat, scoot those feet out. Let's roll those ankles around a little bit as you come to a staff pose. So legs are long, sit in the middle of your mat, remove the bits out from under you. Hands by your side to help you lengthen your spine and roll your ankles around. Big loop. Let your knees bend as you roll the ankles. Just let those legs move as they want to. And go in the other direction, massaging those ankles after we just sat on them. Okay, and then point your toes straight forward. You feel the tops of those feet and ankles stretch, and then feel the toes flex to your face, spread them. And then bottoms of your feet try to touch, outer ankle stretch. And then tops of your feet try to rotate together, internal rotation, and then relax it. Shake out your legs, shake them out, shake them out. Toes up, arms up, big breath in, go tall, tall, tall. Maybe walk one hip back, walk the other hip back, lift your spine taller, inhale, and fold forward, exhale. Reaching for those legs, relax your head, let your shoulders drop, take a breath. Firm the belly, fold deeper. 3 more here. One more full breath. Slowly roll all the way up. letting your hands slide behind you, fingers pointing towards the front of the mat. Now lean back a little, bend those elbows, keep your legs together and strong and straight, point your toes straight forward. Keep pointing those toes forward, push into your hands and try to touch your toes towards the floor as you lift up to reverse plank position. Inhale, lift that heart up. Firm your glutes, exhale. One more big breath, open the chest. And exhale, lower the hips back down. Bring your knees to bend into the chest, wrap your arms around and drop your head. Take a breath. And then lift your head up. Walk those feet forward. Have enough room to lay down. Scoop your arms forward. Lean back slightly. Lift the calves. Boat pose. Navasana. Shoulders roll back. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, lean back a little more and start straightening your legs and pause. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lean back a little more, straightening those legs. Pause. Inhale, slight lift. Exhale, lean back just a little, hovering. Inhale, slight lift. And exhale, lower everything slowly to the floor. Ooh, awesome. Bring your knees into the chest. Squeeze them in. Now bring those legs up, hands by your side, and with momentum, swoop your feet back, glue your hands to your lower back, and keep pushing your feet behind you. And then try to tuck your shoulders underneath you here. Reaching those feet back for a plow pose. Take a breath. Squeeze the belly in, point your left toes and lift them up towards the ceiling, straightening that leg up to the sun. And then maybe that right leg lifts too for a shoulder stand here. Try to tuck the shoulders under you more. Hands are pushing into that low back to keep you upright. Keep staring up at those toes. 2 more breaths. One more here. And then let your feet slowly drop back again behind your head, one at a time. Hands down onto the ground, and then control the rolling down. Spine dropping down, hips dropping, legs stay strong, and we lower them all the way down to the floor. Good. And then bring your hands underneath your glutes, palms on the floor. Squeeze those elbows towards each other under you, and then bend your elbows and prop yourself up. So you're lifting your torso up and you're looking at your toes. And then push your heart up, opening your chest and drop your head back for a fish pose. Take a breath. Another full breath. We spend a lot of time in our practice opening into the back of the body today for our cow pose or for our eagle pose. And we did it in cow or cat. Now we're opening up here in the front body. One more breath. And we lift the head and look up and look forward, and then drop your upper back down and move the elbows. Bring your knees into your chest. Squeeze them in. Bring your nose to your knees. Take a big breath in. And exhale for your Shavasana. If there's any other poses that your body is asking you for you to do it. Listen to your body. Tuck the shoulders, rest your arms by your side when you are ready for your Shavasana, but there is zero rush to get there. When you find your Shavasana in this resting position, close your eyes. Let's take a full breath in, fill all the way up. With an open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Think of your intention. Let your breath be natural. Relax your jaw on your face. Let your feet flop open to relax the knees and hips. And let your breath just be natural as you rest effortlessly here in your Shavasana. A reading from Mark Nebo in the Book of Awakening, August 9th. Preparing the way. So long as you haven't experienced this, to die and so to grow, you're only a troubled guest on the dark earth. To die is not a bad thing. Cells die every day. Paradoxically, it is how the body lives. Casings shed, coverings fall away, new growth appears. It is how we stay vital. Likewise, ways of thinking die like cells, and we suffer greatly when we refuse to let what's growing underneath make its way as the new skin of our lives. It is the stubbornness with which we refuse to let what's growing underneath come through that pains us. It is the fear that nothing is growing underneath that feeds our despair. It is the moment that we cease growing in any direction that is truly deadly. When resisting this process, we become a troubled guest, moaning like a human crow. We double the pain of living when we try to stop the emergence that all life goes through. Imagine if trees never shed their leaves, or if waves never turned over, or if clouds never dumped their rain and disappeared. I say this as much to remind myself as you. Little deaths prevent big deaths. What matters most is waiting its turn underneath all that is expending itself to prepare the way. And slowly now, just begin to deepen your breath. And let a little smile come upon your face as you reawaken your body, feeling into how alive you are. Wiggling your fingers and toes, making decisions of where next to move and feel, rocking the head and licking the lips. And then reach your arms towards the wall behind you for a full body stretch. Reach those toes, squeeze the legs, the glutes, the face, reach and stretch and flex it all. Take a big breath in and exhale, release, relax, let go. Bend your knees, roll to your side. Keep your eyes closed and press yourself back up to a seat when you're ready. Taking your time, moving slower. And when you find that tall spine, that seated position, let's meet our palms together in front of the heart. And just take a moment, take a breath. Noticing the beautiful effects of your practice and reminding yourself of your intention on this Monday morning, August 9th. Let this intention guide you whenever you just need to change your mind, whenever you need a reminder. And let's rub our palms together to generate heat and energy, a little faster and faster. And bring your warm palms to cup over your closed eyes, barely on your face, and take a full breath in. Release your hands as you exhale, letting your palms meet gently again in front of your heart space. Believe in yourself and do what you are supposed to. Appreciate yourself, enjoy yourself, and love yourself. From my heart to yours, my friends. Namaste. Thank you. Just like that.